Hello everyone, JDev, creator of the JDev Entertainment Network, has returned once again to give you precisely what you want, which of course would be more of me, because I'm in such high demand, and quite frankly I'm all you're going to need, especially with the coronavirus pandemic. Giving you gals and guys my very first True Blood Season 1 episode recap video, but before I continue with that, it's very important if you're not caught up with where I am recapping True Blood, so make sure you pay attention to that episode title that's in the description, and if that's the case, I recommend that you don't watch this video to avoid any forthcoming spoilers. And for the rest of you, a few things I need you to do. It's not going to take long at all. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment with your thoughts, overall score of the episode, and anything True Blood related up until this point. And make sure you hit that sub button and subscribe to the channel and join the team. So, this show actually had a pilot episode, and then they had a first episode. I'm just going to kind of combine the two so you guys know what I'm doing here. So, True Blood, Season 1, Episode 1, and the pilot. Episode 1 is titled Strange Love, and this was a very good start to a pretty entertaining show. So, it has been 2 years since the invention of a synthetic plasma True Blood that has allowed vampires to make their presence known to mankind. In a small town of Bontemps, Louisiana, a 25-year-old waitress, Sookie Stackhouse, struggles with being telepathic and not being able to control hearing the thoughts of everybody she sees. Of course, that is until a 173-year-old vampire, Bill Compton, walks into Merlotte's bar where Sookie works. She is immediately drawn to him, and so are Mac and Denise Rattray, a couple of local thugs who later attack Bill with silver and try to drain his blood so that they can sell it on the black market. But Sookie rescues him and drives the Rattrays away. That's kind of the first episode, the pilot. After which she learns that not only is Bill equally interested in her, but she cannot read his thoughts, as his brain is technically, it's dead. Now, meanwhile, Sookie's hard-talking best friend, Tara Thornton, who is absolutely hilarious in these episodes, is fired from her job when she mouths off to her boss and a customer, and Sam Merlotte, the owner of Merlotte's, hires her as a new bartender. Now, meanwhile, Sookie's brother, Jason Stackhouse, has a sexual interlude with a young woman named Maudette Pickens, who enjoys rough sex with vampires. She shows Jason a videotape of her with a bald-headed tattooed vampire, and she later videotapes them having rough sex. The next day, Jason Stackhouse is arrested by Sheriff Bud Dearborn and Detective Andy Balfour for the murder of Maudette, who was killed the night before. Now, Sookie's grandmother, Adele, asks if Sookie thinks she can get Vampire Bill to speak at her Descendants of the Glorious Dead meeting, and at Merlotte's that night, Bill agrees to meet her in the parking lot to discuss that and discuss the favor. Sookie gets into a heated argument with Sam and Tara, who believe that getting involved with a vampire could be dangerous, and Sookie tells them both to stay out of her life. And this was also advice given to her by Lafayette, who is a cook at the diner. We also have another waitress, Arlene, who's at the diner, but not a big role. Her husband's name is Rene. He's kind of works with Jason and Lafayette during the day as like construction worker types. And that kind of covers all the characters for the most part in the first couple episodes here. So after the argument, after work, Sookie and Sam make amends with one another, and alone in the parking lot, Sookie is suddenly and savagely attacked by the Rattrays out for revenge. So, pretty exciting episode, and the interesting thing about it is it's got a lot of comedy. Tara is hilarious. Sookie's pretty hilarious, and Lafayette is pretty hilarious too. The cook, the nighttime cook at Merlotte's. So I really enjoyed it. This is the second time I've seen this series. Will be the second time. So the second time seeing this episode, and I really liked it. So I'm going to give the pilot and the first episode an 8.2 out of 10. I think it was a really good start to what could be a really good show, or it's okay show. I mean, it's got its flaws, don't get me wrong, but there's lots of TNA in it, which is always a nice thing, and compelling and interesting characters. So I'm done with my recap, but I want to hear what your thoughts are. So make sure you leave me a comment with your, your score of the episode, any thoughts that you have, anything True Blood related up to this point. So 1 episode-ish, pilot plus the first episode. And of course, JDev will be back again soon with another piece.